Hi, PE575. So for Unit 7's discussion regarding the protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, fluid intake, and pre and post competition meals. Regarding a practical strategy for a team, we often recommend the use of protein shakes, particularly for athletes who have class immediately after a workout. So you have that golden period where it's about a half hour, and I believe more research has shown that it's more close to an hour, or it extends to around an hour. But basically, within that time period, if you can get protein into your body, then it helps rebuild muscle that was damaged during the workout, reduce soreness, and thusly increase strength because the muscle increases and so forth. Um, but yeah, the big thing that we recommend is but it's proteins for different positions. So for your quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, we recommend kind of lean protein shakes where it's low in fat, low in carbohydrates, low in sugars, but still decent in protein. You're not going to get the super high protein shakes with those more lean ones, but you can still get a decent amount that will get the job done. And then we recommend eating on top of that. It depends on what kind of weight you're trying to gain. Where for offensive linemen, we recommend mass gainers. So, and mass gainers are more what I'm familiar with because I was an offensive lineman. I was using mass gainers for a long time, and that's what we are more familiar with. And coaching the offensive line, that's what I'm more familiar with. And so, mass gainers, where your average protein will probably per protein shake will be about 150 to 200 calories for a regular protein shake, kind of more of your lean, off the shelf protein like Kirkland brand, whey protein. Where mass gainers, they're going to be anywhere from 600 to 800 calories per protein shake. And the routine that we recommend for optimum um, weight gain and muscle growth for offensive linemen. And these are guys who, you wake up, you work out, then uh, obviously they'll have class all day, but then, we have practice later in the day, maybe even a second workout. So these guys are still burning a lot of calories and they need to replace that. And it's actually recommended that they will wake up, they'll work out. So first of all, you wake up and you eat something, get some carbohydrates, get some immediate fuel ready to go. And then you have your workout, and then immediately following your workout, you drink your 6 to 800 calorie protein shake with, I believe it was, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, it was 60 grams of sustained release protein. So the body can only absorb 30 grams of protein at a time. So a lot of people just call it expensive P for any protein that is more uh, than 30 grams per shake. However, there are certain proteins where it will sustain release, so it will only give you about 15 grams of protein per about 15 minutes, kind of thing, where it's just, I'm not exactly sure what the chemistry, but that is basically how it's done. And then you eat breakfast. And then we would say lunch, you'd have a big lunch, and then you would have your second workout or your practice, then you drink a shake after that, and um, then you would have dinner around 6:37, kind of, you want to be on kind of the earlier side, maybe even 6 or 6:30 kind of thing, and then you want to drink a shake before bed. And basically you're ingesting the goal. When I was gaining mass and gaining a lot of weight, in 4 years I gained almost 100 pounds, and my lifts were getting huge for my body weight especially. And the big thing is that I was taking in around 4 to 5 thousand calories a day, and definitely was expensive. But it's one of those things where it's just that's the regiment we're on. You want to, we're burning around 25, almost not including working out, about 25,000, or excuse me, 2,500 calories a day, and then you throw on the workouts on top of that, and you're burning around 3,000 to almost 3,500 calories a day with practices and workouts. And then you need to gain mass on top of that. So you're not just trying to replenish that, you need to get more. So that's where the mass gainers come into effect. That's what I'm most familiar with, as I said. And so you'd be ingesting around 5,000, maybe even sometimes 6,000, because you want to double that calorie count to not only maintain your body weight, but also gain mass as quickly as possible so that you can get bigger and get stronger for your position. And so it's not the most healthy of things, obviously, but it is what is utilitarian for the sport of football, particularly offensive linemen, is you need to get big, you need to get strong. You're not necessarily looking for lean cut mass, or excuse me, lean cut muscle. You're looking for mass, and it's your weight that's going to keep you from being pushed back. You need the strength to push forward and impose your own will onto the player in front of you. However, you need to be big and heavy in order to keep them from imposing their will onto you. It enhances nutrition basically because it's such a regimental process that you have no choice but to learn about nutrition and learn about different kinds of proteins, because it's a chore, and it's an expensive chore. After I was done playing football, I weighed around 260 pounds, and with my knowledge of proteins, with my knowledge of mass gainers and different kinds of proteins, I was able to drop about 55, 60 pounds in about 4 or 5 months. And so basically, it may not work in favor for your overall health at the beginning, but it forces you to learn these things so that when you are done with football and you are done with these things and you decide, hopefully, to drop that play weight because you no longer need to be that big, you no longer need to be that strong, and it teaches you how to do that in a healthy manner, rather than people who are going into fad diets or weight loss shakes, things that make you dependent on those diets, and so instead of keeping your weight level, you go up and down and up and down, and it's a vicious cycle where after going through these regimens and this process for X amount of years, it teaches you how to slowly gain and how to maintain where you're at. So if you lose that weight and you're done playing your sport, you can now maintain that weight or drop and then maintain and live a more healthy life. All right, thank you guys.